Hello everybody, my name is Christian and I am new to the GT-1K or 1000 and I've decided to make a small video about control functions. Now to start, because I've seen in the Facebook group a lot of questions and it's hard to answer that via text or snapshots from the manual. Now English is a foreign language for me, so I hope you can understand me. Okay. First of all, this is a setting that I use. So you see, I'm using a patch now, not manual mode. Control 1, 2, Control 3 is the tempo. So you will see the tempo will change if you press it. And to activate the delay, I use the bank button, no, the number. So we're now at 1, 1. So if I press it, the delay is activated. If I press it again, the delay is deactivated. So this is a clean patch. So what I do, Control 1 is so I have a clean sound. If I press the delay, I have the delay. That's easy. If I press Control 1, I have distortion. Very light one. Some sort of Santana sound. Now, if I press Control 2, I will activate the chorus. Now, you've noticed that when I activate the chorus, the distortion is immediately deactivated. If I activate the distortion, the chorus is immediately deactivated. And those are basic functions that I would love to explain during this tutorial, because I find it really useful and it's up to you to decide if you find it useful as well. So we go to menu, and there you have the control assignment. There you can choose your LED colors. That's very important because I always use the same one. For the chorus, I use the green one. For the delay, I use the white one. For distortion, I use an orange one when it's a mild distortion. When it's a heavy distortion, no, that's not true. This is a bad example because when I use a solo switch, I use the red one. So let's skip let's go back. So menu, that's the first thing that you should do. That's the LED colors. That's very useful. Then you have these two. These two are very, very important. The control function and the assign settings. Assign settings, you have to interpret that as a more advanced programming of the switch. So you can add multiple assignments to the same switch. I'm apologizing for my English because it's a foreign language. I really hope you can understand me. So control function, here you see I hope it sharpens up a bit. Here you see the bank, Control 1, Control 2, Control 3, and of course the buttons below, so the 1 until 5. Now, when you use patches, to me it doesn't have it doesn't make sense to change the bank and change the patches. So I'm going to focus on Control 1, Control 2 and Control 3. There you can just add a function Control 1, for example distortion, Control 2 the chorus, and Control 3 the BPM tab. Now if you look closely, and I apologize because it's a poor video quality, but if you look the Control 3 BPM tab, I've put it on system, not on patch. So if you do this, if you put it on system, you select it, you say system, then it's for all the patches in the Boss GT-1000. So if you are like me, and I use the patches not for each song a different patch, but I just use the one patch for all the songs, then I need the BPM tab, and I put it on system. So every patch now, every 250 patches that I have will be the Control 3 switch assigned to the BPM tab of the delay. Now we have to go back and we have to go to the assign settings. In the assign settings, you can here activate or deactivate until 16 programming lines. It's difficult in English for me, and this one is very useful to me. You can't see it very good in the video, I apologize, but you have the master delay on off, minimum off, maximum on, and the source, you can change the value to number 1, that means this switch, number 2, 3, 4, 5, or you can put it, and I would suggest you do it like this, current number. Current number means like now the patch is stored bank 1, number 1. If you change that and you move the patch to bank 1, number 2, current number means that if you press the current number, in that case the 2, the delay will be activated. You see, delay activated, delay deactivated. Now, what I've done, in the second line, I said distortion 1 on off, minimum off, maximum off, control 2. That's a funny one. Now, that means if you press control 2, the max he will place the distortion off. If I press control 2 again, so I deactivate the chorus because control 2 was a chorus, he will still leave the distortion off. So that means this button will deactivate the distortion, which was control 1, but will never activate it. And I've done the same for the chorus with control 1. If I press on the chorus, sorry, my mistake. If I press on control 1 to activate the distortion, for myself, I don't like chorus and distortion. It's a point of view. It's my opinion. So if I press this button with this value, control assign, will automatically be the chorus, this one, deactivated. I will prove it to you. I press on the chorus, I press on the distortion, the chorus is deactivated. I press on the chorus, the distortion is deactivated. So it's simple. Now you have 16 of those rules that you can program. So it's very easy. You can select, with this button, you can select which one you want to change, but it's better that you press it and then you have a menu. But okay, that's another story. Now I will show you something else. I think it's this one. Yes. So here I have a distortion. It's a basic patch that I've modified. And I've it's a small difference distortion, and it's a small difference that I use with control 1 and control 2, but I have, sorry, I'm mistaken. It's a small difference. Control 1 just switches between the two channels, but I don't think I made a lot of difference. I'm still working on this patch, so I just have assigned control 1 to changing of the channel, but actually I don't use it right now. I'm still working on it. But control 2 makes it interesting. Control 2 activates the solo switch. The solo switch of the preamp 1 and the preamp 2. So with one switch I activate the two solo switches and I will automatically activate the delay. So I'm playing a gig, I'm playing, I have my solo, press the button, automatically the delay is on, and I can play. Now, how have I done this? It's the same principle that we have already seen. I press menu, I go to control assign, and I go to the assign settings. So with the control function, I've set control 2 is amp 1 solo. I have to assign it to 1, amp 1 solo. But now I will go back to the assign settings, and I've set preamp 2 solo. I hope you can see it. Preamp 2 solo, also to the control 2. Delay on, control 2. And because I use this one for rhythm, sorry for my English, I've programmed it that when I remove the solo switch, the delay is gone, because when you play rhythm, the delay, in my opinion, because I play heavy, when you play heavy stuff, you don't need reverb, you don't need delay, and also here I use the control switch number 3, I use it for the master BPM. So this is basic. It's more or less the same idea as from the GT-100, but they expanded it, and I really enjoy the LED colors. So important, you can assign to one button, you can assign until 16 in total different tasks of programming. So it's very, very useful.